Welcome back everyone. In today's session, I'm going to give you the line-by-line explanation of Macbeth Act 2, Scene 4. What is the setting? Outside Macbeth's castle. Who are the characters present? Ross and an old man. Just a reminder, do check the pinned comment section for all important video links related to your syllabus. And dear girls and boys, support us. Please support us. We are a family, so subscribe to our channel, share, like and comment as well. What is the dramatic significance of this scene? This scene is brief, but it is essential. Why? Let me just tell you that. The scene is pitched on a much lower key and is designated to give relief and perspective of the action by presenting it from an outside point of view. Now, what is this outside point of view? That of the Scottish subject. We have Ross and an old man. The speakers serve, in a sense, the purpose of the chorus in Greek tragedy. Now, this is a new concept. Chorus in Greek tragedy, as they indicate the natural reaction to Macbeth's seizure of power. This concept is important and you must understand this concept for your long answer questions and short answer questions, critical comments. After that, another significance. The description of the stormy night followed by a cloudy day helps to symbolize externally the tragedy. Just underline that. Externally the tragedy, number 1, and its aftermath, number 2. The consequences of the tragedy. And what is the tragedy? Regicide. The scene is brief, but it is important, for it not only gives us a view of the outside world, but of the events that are to follow. Dramatic significance. By means of the portents. What is the meaning of portents? Signs and warnings that something bad is going to happen. By means of the portents, this scene underlines the unnaturalness of Duncan's murder, the enormity of the crime, reports the success of Macbeth's scheme, and gives us an idea of Macduff's integrity. Ross is simple-hearted, credulous like the common man. Macduff is troubled with suspicions and his laconic speeches are full of meaning. Really meaningful speeches of Macduff. He does not express it, but the trend is clear. Outside the castle, this is the setting, and the scene is led somewhere near Macbeth's castle. The time is the day after the murder, and its primary object is to give time for the setting of the full stage scene that follows. 70. 70 years, a biblical reference. I can remember well. 70, I can remember well. I can vividly recall all the incidents occurring during the last 70 years within the volume, within the limit of which time I have seen. So during these 70 years of my life, I have seen many strange events. I have been a witness to strange events and happenings, hours dreadful and things strange. But this sore night, King Duncan has been murdered, and this sore night hath trifled former knowings. But the violence of this night reduces my entire experience to a trifle. Meaning of trifle? Petty matter, petty affair, insignificant affair. Ross, good father, yes, good old man, thou seest, you seest, see, you can see the heavens as troubled with man's act, as if vexed by the misdeeds of men. And what is the meaning of act? Deed, D-E-E-D. As troubled with man's act, threaten his bloody stage. By the clock it is day, and yet dark night strangles the travelling lamp. This speech is important. The speech of the old man is important. A brief scene, but almost everything is important. So try to understand it very clearly. Yes, good old man, you see, heavens, provoked by the wicked deeds of man, threaten to destroy the earth itself, the stage on which man commits his wicked deeds. By the clock, it is daytime now, but the rays of the sun have been stifled by the dark night. It is very difficult to decide whether it is the night's influence or the day's shame that darkness buries the face of the earth when living light should kiss it. It is daytime. It must be bright and sunny, but it is dark all around. It is day, and yet dark night strangles the traveling lamp. Isn't night's predominance or the day's shame that darkness does the face of earth entomb when living light should kiss it? Day is personified, night is personified. What is the meaning? Threatens to destroy, and his bloody stage, the earth on which murders are committed. If we interpret the word act in the dramatic sense, stage would refer to the stage on which this tragedy is enacted. And by the day, what is the meaning of that? By the day, from here, by the clock it is day. According to the clock, the day has already broken. Strangles, write down the meaning, stifles. And what is the traveling lamp? The traveling lamp is the sun. The day has dawned. However, the light of the sun is strangled by the darkness of the night, the darkness of the crime. Isn't night's predominance? Till kiss it. Write down the meaning of these three lines. Is it the triumph of night or shame of day that darkness covers the face of the earth when the light of the sun should be making it bright, and night's predominance is the triumph of night, and day's shame is the defeat and humiliation of day, as if the daylight were ashamed to reveal such a heinous deed to the world, and that is regicide. It is unnatural. It is not normal, bad, even like the deed that it's done. It is as unnatural as the deed that has been committed. On Tuesday last, what had he seen? A falcon towering in her pride of place was by a mousing owl hawked at and killed. I saw a falcon soaring high up in the sky, attacked and killed by an ordinary mouse hunting owl. This is indeed unnatural. Falcon is a bird of prey trained to catch other birds. And towering in her pride of place. These are terms of falconry. Towering means mounting higher and higher in wide circles, and place is the highest pitch or flight attained by the hawk before stooping. Now, Shakespeare had a thorough knowledge of country life and sport. He was specially fond of hawking terms which he uses with perfect accuracy. And what is mousing owl? An owl of the kind which hunts mice, an ordinary owl. And hawked at, preyed upon. Indeed, unnatural. And another unnatural thing, according to Ross, and Duncan's horses a thing most strange and certain, beauteous and swift, the minions of their race. Duncan's horses. Let me tell you something most strange but certain. Duncan's horses, which are beautiful and swift, the most prized of their breed, the minions of their race, the most prized of their breed. What happened to them? They turned wild in nature. They suddenly turned wild, broke away from their stable and ran out in spite of efforts to check them, as if they had declared a war on mankind. Turned wild in nature, number 1, broke their stalls, number 2, flung out, number 3, contending against obedience as they would make war with mankind. It is also strange that these beautiful and fast-running horses, the best of their kind, turning wild, broke away from the stalls and defying all efforts to control them. Contending against obedience, defying all efforts to control them, started kicking and plunging violently as if they would revolt against the entire mankind. It is said they eat each other. Very strange. They eat each other up. What is the meaning of this? It is reported that they ate each other up. Now the expression minions of their race, darlings of their race, the choicest specimen of their breed, and broke their stalls, broke down the partitions separating them. The stall is the compartment allotted to each animal in the stable. What did they do? They flung out, kicked and plunged violently. Let me just turn the page quickly. We will see the arrival of Macduff now. Ross. They did so to the amazement of mine eyes. Yes, I was present there and I was amazed to see this. Then looked upon it. Here comes the good Macduff. Enter Macduff. How goes the world, sir, now? Why see you not? What is the latest news? Don't you know? Isn't known who did this more than bloody deed? Has it been found out who has committed the foul and unnatural murder? The murder of Duncan is not just an ordinary murder. It is a highly wanton act of betrayal and cruelty, and the king was considered to be the representative of God on earth. So regicide was a sin more than bloody deed. Those that Macbeth hath slain. Just observe how Macbeth has successfully laid the blame of the murder on the two chamberlains. Ross, alas the day, what good could they pretend? So, the grooms whom Macbeth has killed, Macduff actually does not subscribe to this theory. Either he is not sure how far he can confide in Ross, or he is trying to gather his point of view. Alas the day, a common expression of sorrow. The original meaning was, perhaps it is sad that I should have seen the day on which such a thing has happened. What good could they pretend, intend, aim at? Macduff. They were suborned. What is the meaning of this now? They were bribed. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed. Very, very important. So they are stolen away. They have escaped secretly. In the previous scene, I had discussed one thing. Malcolm and Donalbain's decision to flee to England and to Ireland would prove that they were guilty of committing regicide. It would be easier for Macbeth and Lady Macbeth to shift the focus on Malcolm and Donalbain. People would suspect that perhaps they were the guilty ones. Here, Macduff is also saying the same thing. They were bribed. Malcolm and Donalbain, the two sons of the king, have secretly run away from here. Therefore, they are being suspected for this murder. Till now, everything is going according to plan. Whatever Macbeth and Lady Macbeth had planned. Ross, against nature still. Another piece of unnatural conduct. Sons killing the father, the king. Thriftless ambition. What is the meaning of this? Thriftless ambition that wilt raven up thine own life's means. Uncontrolled ambition that will eat up your own means of life. Ross is addressing ambition over here. Thriftless ambition. Ambition which is not used sparingly, which is not properly controlled. And raven up, eat up. Ross takes it that Duncan has been killed by his sons. He is their life's means, their origin. So their ambition has destroyed its own origin. Sons killing their father is again an act which suggests the reversal of the moral order. Inordinate ambition sometimes destroys the very source of your own existence. It is most likely then that Macbeth will be crowned as the king. Very, very important. Then it is most like the sovereignty, the kingship will fall upon Macbeth. Macduff. He is already named and gone to Scone to be invested. He has already been nominated and he has gone to the ancient royal city of Scone, supposed to have been the capital of the Pictish kingdom, lay 2 miles northward from the present town of Perth. So it was the residence of the Scottish monarchs as early as the reign of Kenneth M. Alpine, and there was a long series of kings crowned on the celebrated stone enclosed in a chair. And Macbeth has gone to Scone to be formally installed on the throne. Again, this means the complete fulfillment of the prophecies of the 3 witches. Where is Duncan's body? Macbeth is the king and King Duncan lies dead. Where is his body? Where is Duncan's dead body? Carried to Combe Kill, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors and guardian of their bones. It has been carried to Combe Kill, the sacred funeral vault of his ancestors, where their bodies lie in their tombs. Will you to Scone? Will you go to Scone? No, cousin, I'll to Fife. I'll go to Fife. Well, I will thither, but I'll go there. Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu, lest our old robes sit easier than our new. Again, important. May you find everything going well there, lest we feel that the old time suited us better than the time to come. Lest our old robes sit easier than our new. Very important. Lest the old order under Duncan may prove better than the new one under Macbeth. Macduff means to say that he will bid goodbye to Ross just now, since he is not sure what turn the shape of events may take and they may not be able to meet again. Farewell, father. God's benison go with you and with those that would make good of bad and friends of foes. Exeunt. Benison, blessing. The old man blesses those who would transform bad into good and foes into friends. A farewell. And all of them then leave. This is Act 2, Scene 4, and this is the end of Macbeth Class 11 syllabus, line by line explanation, and in Class 12 you will be studying Acts 3, 4 and 5, and I'll help you to do that as well.